Hello.
Hello.
Hi, L'Oreal. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
Good. Craig's here.
L'Oreal's Craig G. What's up, baby girl?
Hi, Craig. How are you?
Long time. How you been?
I know. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Everything is good.
So, L'Oreal, I know you got the new mixtape.
Yes.
So, where can we find the new mixtape? What's it called again?
The new mixtape is called Billboard Bitch with a Y.
Okay.
You can get that. It's going to be everywhere. I'm going to have it on that Piff, Live Mixtape, Hot New Hip Hop. Anywhere you can try to find a mixtape, you're going to be able to find mine. So, I got my first single, Benjamin. That's out right now on iTunes.
Yeah, we're about to play that in just a minute.
Yes, that right there has been causing a lot of noise for me. So, I'm excited about that. And, it comes out next Monday, so I'm ready.
So, are we going to hear this Consequence L'Oreal song on the mixtape?
No.
Oh, so you never ended up recording it?
No, we didn't do it. After I came to Consequence about,
The whole line about the light skin, whatever else.
Exactly. Once I came to him about that, I guess he was offended. And he just felt like, if he can't have his own freedom of speech in his records or whatever his case was, then, we wasn't going to do the record. And, I wasn't a big fan of the record from the beginning, so it kind of just helped me not have to do it. So I'm happy that I don't have that on my mixtape.
I guess if you felt funny about the situation,
Yeah, I felt funny about it, and on top of it is like to see how he reacted towards it, and I had no remorse for his line. Rick Ross is going through a hell of a problem right now because of one line he said in a record, and that's what I was trying to explain the Consequence. He may have been in the game longer than me, but I'm not an idiot, and I know people would be offended, and he just didn't get that.
And I think also after you had that conversation with Rocky about what Jen the Pen said.
Yeah, that was also something else that made me look like, okay, maybe, I want to back away from this situation a little bit because who knows what they're about to have to go through between the both of them, the comments that they say. Sometimes you speak and you don't realize what you're saying or you don't realize the eyes that are on you and you might not be saying the right things. And I think they went through a case of that this season with the show.
You know what, L'Oreal? I just want to say that I really feel like out of most people, like you really handled yourself really well on the show.
Thank you.
But were you just like really conscious the whole time that the cameras were there or?
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to forget that the cameras are there because, they're pointing in your face.
Right.
A lot of people know that as well. And I feel like that's what makes them turn up. Once they see those cameras on, they're like, okay, what do I have to do to get known and noticed?
Oh, that's what Joe Budden said, too, to me, that a lot of people changed in front of the cameras.
Absolutely. And to see it, like, you're sitting there seeing people you've known for years just turn into a different person. As soon as that on switch goes on, that power switch goes on, and you're like, wait, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Like Winter Ramos, she changed up on you?
Absolutely. And, I never felt like I really had a problem with getting any attention from anyone, whenever I needed it. If it was about, hey, listen to my record, I got the attention. So I didn't feel like once the cameras came on that I had to act like somebody else because I just felt like acting like myself would get me the same, gratification that I was looking for.
So when you actually read Winter's book, like during the show, I know you read like some of the chapter of what she wrote about you. Have you gotten a chance to really read the whole chapter yet? Because I know the book's out right now, Game Over.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was out because I just feel like no one cares and no one cares.
Mm-hmm.
So like as far as me reading the book now, I would never even waste my time. I have too much things going on to have to sit down and do that. I did read a portion of it because, I was at her book release.
Right.
It was something that was being thrown upon me. She did only read a portion of the chapter. So I did want to know what was going on. And, I was so angry through half of the chapter that I could barely even read anymore. And because I know the truth, you know what I mean? They say it's three sides to a story, but her story was real make-believe. So I just couldn't even bear to read anymore. But, yeah, I wouldn't believe if you have read in that book, or I'm sorry, that's probably not the right word, but if you did read that book, I wouldn't believe everything that I read.
You think that this is going to hurt Winter, Ramos?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I just came from a meeting with Angela Yee, and someone stopped me in there and said, Winter put me in a book, and when I see her, I'm going to blah, blah, blah.
Say it, girl.
Wow.
Literally just now on everything on my life, I swear, I just left, and they said that to me. And, after they sent us over some drinks, so it was nice, thank you. But, not everybody is happy about this book with Winter. And, she's hiding behind the fact that, I don't know if you guys know, but she's pregnant.
Right.
Yeah, she's hiding behind the fact that she's pregnant. I heard she changed all her numbers. She moved. Like, I feel like if you're telling the truth and these are stories that nobody should have a problem with, why would you go through great lengths and extent to hide and do all that stuff if this is true? Like, you're just trying to get fame off of other people's name, and I feel like that's whack.
Right, and whatever happened intimately between her and these guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess people are curious to know, but at the end of the day, like, really, like, do you really want to put everybody's name out there? There's some powerful people in the industry in that book, Craig, like Swiss Beats is named.
Crazy.
So, like, there's a lot of people in there that could really ruin this girl.
She's talking about things that, as far as I know her, and I know Winter for about 7, 8 years, I didn't know about half of the stuff she was talking about.
Wow.
I would say, besides the fact of that, a lot of that stuff happened 12, 13 years ago. And, I'm young, so 13 years ago, I wasn't thinking about none of this rappers and
right.
having sex for sure. You know what I mean? And she's way older, but still, it's just like, how do you take things from 13 years ago? These people don't even remember nor know who you are. So it's just crazy to me that you can take and cherish these stories when people looked at you as nothing, and you're cherishing these relationships they seem to be make-believe. Because like I said, I haven't heard of half of the stuff she's supposedly telling people. Like, and the people that I do know about, I don't recall her having relationships with them. That's what she wants to say to make a couple dollars, I guess,
So tonight's the reunion show, or part one of the reunion show on Love and Hip Hop New York, L'Oreal. What are we going to learn, and what's the interaction like over there? Are we going to see, is tonight the night we're going to see, like, Consequence, hit Joe, or you? What are we going to see between you and Winter? Like, what's going to happen?
You'll definitely see a little bit of exchanging of words with me and Winter tonight. She's such a punk. Like, she doesn't really say much, you know what I mean? But besides the fact of anything else, I don't think you guys will see the Joe and Consequence thing this week. That's just, I don't know, I don't do the editing, but the way things went down, I don't think that's what you'll see.
But is it going to be crazy tonight, or what?
It's definitely going to be crazy. I will say that majority of the time that we were filming the reunion show, I may have been more quiet than anything because I was definitely entertained. I was absolutely entertained. And my mouth dropped to the ground a couple times. So,
wow, I'm excited to see it tonight.
Yeah, so you definitely should be glued in front of your TV because I know I am going to race home to make sure I'm there by 8 o'clock.
So, L'Oreal, are you going to be on season 2? I mean, I'm not saying season 2. The next season of Love and Hip Hop New York?
You never know what the future holds for me with Love and Hip Hop. I would say that the cast is not in stone for next year. So we don't know who's going to be on next season. But
oh, wow.
I will say stay tuned. And if you do see me next season, definitely you're going to see way more of my music because that's one thing this season that I didn't get to come across. Even the record that you guys heard was not my record. It was like me rapping and they put a beat underneath it. And, I just want to make sure that I showcase my talents as an artist, unlike, the other things that they may have had on there that wasn't talent to me.
Right. Okay. Well, right now we're going to get into Benjamin's, L'Oreal, and thank you so much for checking in today.
Yes.
And the mixtape again is called?
It's called Billboard Bitch at Peak Entertainment. Make sure you get that April 15th and download that Benjamin's on iTunes right now.
And we'll be watching Love and Hip Hop New York tonight, 8 o'clock on VH1.
8 p.m. VH1. Make sure you tune in and hit me up on Twitter, starring L'Oreal.
All right. Thank you, L'Oreal.
Thank you, guys.